What's going on, everybody? Alex back with another cryptocurrency video, and today we're going to be talking about how to control yourself, how to emotionally control yourself on these market corrections. Bitcoin's back down to $8,000. I never thought I would see Bitcoin at $8,000. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I thought it was going to the moon, right? It's been playing around with 10,000 for a couple of months now, and all these new, elements to the cryptocurrency industry has been coming out, including, the futures, ETFs, all this institutional money, as well as the macroeconomics that's been playing out in cryptocurrency. For example, the increased rates, the decreasing in rates, right? The recession that's coming around, right? People going crazy, getting scared that traditional system's the Ponzi scheme's gonna fall, right? All these market conditions are pointing towards commodities like gold, silver, and Bitcoin, which happen to be the best appreciating asset of this year, is gonna explode, right? All these conditions are pointing towards cryptocurrency to do extremely well. But we just recently had a 25% correction. So how do you deal with this? Now, I can speak on this for a fact, no ifs, ands, or buts. Why? Because at one point, 95% of all the money I owned, and believe it or not, it was the most money I have ever had in my life, was in cryptocurrency for approximately 2.5 years, right? So I dealt with it. My whole financial well-being, now it was stupid of me, guys, don't ever do that unless you know what you're doing. It was stupid of me to do that, and I lost big because of it. But, sometimes maybe you have 30%. Maybe you have a large lump sum of cash that you've never invested in anything before, and it's messing with you, right? I dealt with it for years, guys. I dealt with waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning to check the market to see if I lost 5% of my money or see if I made money, right? Every single day, not being able to sleep, trying to, arbitrage the market by buying Bitcoin low on this exchange and trying to sell it for higher on another exchange. All these little things, right? Losing sleep over it because of how much money I had in the market. And maybe you feel that way. Maybe you bought some Bitcoin at $10,000, it dropped to $8,000, and you lost money, and you feel like, I'm just gonna sell it and get out of it. But let me show you guys from another perspective how to think about these situations, right? Now, all of you, if you've been following my videos, you know what dollar cost average is. If you don't, do your research, understand what dollar cost averaging is, because this is going to allow you to kind of double down on your efforts, right? So if you feel down, if you feel like the market's manipulating you in your emotions, there's probably too much of your money, too much of a percentage of your whole entire, life savings, for example, in cryptocurrency. There's just way too much. Because if you're feeling the effects of it, if you're watching it every day, there's a problem there. Unless you're a trader, right? You should not be looking at the cryptocurrency market every single day unless you're a trader or you're me and you make YouTube videos and you kind of guide people along, right? You should just be looking at the fundamentals. The fundamentals of cryptocurrency are the most important. What is a fundamental? Well, one fundamental, for example, is, and this happened like 2 years ago, a major country banning Bitcoin, right? China banned Bitcoin. They literally said nobody can buy or sell it in their country, right? That is a fundamental change. You should be scared when that happens. And trust me, you don't need to look at the news to know it happened, right? Somebody's gonna tell you, it's gonna pop up somewhere, or your money's just gonna, you're gonna lose a lot of money, right? And you're gonna know. So, another fundamental. Now, this has never happened in the history of cryptocurrency, but let's say, for example, Bitcoin gets hacked. Not an exchange like Mt. Gox. If you do not know what Mt. Gox is, it's like one of the first cryptocurrency, one of the first big cryptocurrency exchanges. Somebody hacked Mt. Gox. I'm not going to point any fingers because there's a guy that's like that's blamed for it right now. He's had to go to court and everything. But he hacked the exchange. He didn't hack Bitcoin. Okay? Now, a fundamental change would be if Bitcoin got hacked. Bitcoin itself. Now, if that happened, I'm gonna tell you right now, I will sell everything. Why? Because one of the biggest reasons I like Bitcoin is because it's unhackable. There's no way to change that fact. It would literally cost somebody more computers. It will cost them more than the accumulated value of a whole entire Bitcoin market to hack Bitcoin. So in theory, there's no way to hack Bitcoin. It hasn't happened ever. Blockchain technology makes it so. That's why blockchain technology is so useful, because you can really depend on it rather than a third-party source, for example, to hold whatever safely, like your information, or in Bitcoin's case, your money, your monetary value. You can hold it safely without nobody taking it, unless they torture you and take your private keys, or unless you get Mt. Goxed and your cryptocurrency is on an exchange. Now, I've told you guys in previous videos, do not leave your cryptocurrency on an exchange. Put it on a private wallet. And I'm sure you've heard me say that 1,000 times. Get your own private keys. If you do not own your own private keys, you do not own your own cryptocurrency. But that is a fundamental change, right? So if a country banned Bitcoin, it won't kill Bitcoin, but it's pretty fundamental, right? It's pretty like, damn, the United States just banned Bitcoin. That's pretty catastrophic, right? A lot of people in the United States like Bitcoin. And if you ban it, they're going to think negatively about it. That's pretty fundamental, right? I'm trying to think of another example of a fundamental change. Bitcoin being hacked, right? Or maybe, I don't know, Satoshi Nakamoto comes out to be, Hitler or some shit. Like, if you guys don't know what Satoshi Nakamoto is, he's basically the creator of Bitcoin and nobody knows who he is, right? There's a lot of people that claim to be Satoshi Nakamoto just for whatever reason, publicity reasons. But, unless he can show his signature or the private key in which he started Bitcoin, you can't really prove it, right? So if some guy comes out with the Satoshi Nakamoto proof and it happens to be a negative figure or whatever, right? That can be fundamental. It's hard to think of fundamental changes because fundamentally, cryptocurrency, it's cryptographic, guys. It's cryptographic. It's a new form of technology that people haven't really experimented with. And from what everybody has seen, including, the people that know about programming and the technical people, right? You can't hack it. You can't change it. Cryptographic algorithms are valuable in that way, right? So not a lot of fundamental changes. Now, there is one theory that quantum computers, if you don't know what a quantum computer is, it's basically a computer that doesn't use ones and O's. Computers are based on binary systems, meaning ones and O's, or off and on, or light and dark, right? A lot of binary in this world. Computers are based off the same thing. But now we're getting into the quantum world, which is like the very microscopic world. We're finding that things are not really binary, right? There's, like, for example, it's hard to explain. I'm not going to dive into it because I'm not no, astrophysicist or something, but quantum physics basically says that if there's an atom here, chances are the atom is also somewhere else. So it's like a third dimension, right? When you go really, really microscopic, there's a lot of tests that prove that. So people think that if a computer can run not only binary systems, but a quantum computer can run, 3 dimensions or even unlimited dimensions, right? That's what the quantum world is. It can be exponentially fast, and you won't need a super powerful computer that costs more than the cumulative value of Bitcoin to hack it. You could just use a quantum computer to hack Bitcoin. Now, there's a lot of coins out there that are quantum resistant, and that's why the majority of my money is in Bitcoin, but a lot of, I have other investments, and I would predict that in this situation, a lot of the investments are going to go into quantum resistant coins, right? One of them is EOS. Now, I don't know if it's 100% proven because we don't have a quantum computer. We have people that do little quantum computations, not a full computer that's really going hard, but that's where my money's going to go. Guys, I'm investing in cryptocurrency for the long haul. What I have in cryptocurrency, I'm willing to lose 110%. And that's how you should think about it, right? So when you're thinking about these emotions, right, because that's the basis of this video, understand that all this stuff is like he said, she said, right? There's this one book that I read that kind of put me onto this. It's called Trust Me, I'm Lying, right? It's called Trust Me, I'm Lying. I think that's the title, right? And it's basically this guy that's a marketer, right? He's a marketer. He's been marketing for multi-million-dollar companies forever. And he talks about the current stage of internet marketing. And you guys gotta understand that a lot of it is bullshit. It is BS. It's people just trying to capture your attention. So if you're invoking yourself in these articles every day, if you're invoking yourself in these little 20% losses that stupid money is playing with, then you're gonna get caught in these emotions. It's gonna mess you up. So don't try to think short term unless you're a trader. Think long term, make your decision, and stick to it. Be a man of your word. If you put the money in for the right reasons, a 20% loss should only make you want to double down, right? I just bought some more Bitcoin. It went down. Okay, buying opportunity, right? Don't go back on your word, right? Because that's only going to make you weaker in the long run, right? Because if Bitcoin hits, if it went down 20%, but then goes up, parabolic, which it always does, and it goes up to 30, 40K, and you could have 4x your money, you're going to be mad that you just lost 20%, right? That's stupid money. That's why 99% of traders lose, is because they quit. They're not thinking long-term enough. Now, Warren Buffett doesn't like crypto. I'm not going to say he does, but he thinks long-term. Long-term plays are the most realistic. Don't trade. Just think of these big swings, right? That's the best way to look at cryptocurrency. It's the most volatile market in the whole entire world, right? And you're trying to beat everybody else when maybe you had 2 years of experience, and I'm just, making that up. Maybe you have more experience, but I'm saying, unless you're an expert trader, stop playing games. You're only playing yourself. But that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like the quality of this content, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism. Leave a comment, guys. Leave a comment so I can, improve on my mistakes. And like I always say, if you don't get with it, my voice cracked. If you don't get with it, you will get left behind. Catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.